Hello everyone, welcome to Booze and Boards with Mickey and Jeb. This is actually just Jeb today. I am playing Castle Ravenloft, Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to do Adventure 1 solo because it's a solo mission. The booze I am drinking today is UV Blue mixed with some lemonade. I call it electric blue glue, but that is probably not what an electric blue glue is. For those of you who do not know what Castle Ravenloft is, it is a dungeon crawl game where we crawl through the dungeon and fight stuff. I will be playing Adventure 1, Escape the Tomb. The text. Alright, you wake up alone in the depths of Castle Ravenloft. The last thing you remember was when the man with the piercing eyes and long cape approached you on the dark street outside the inn. It had to be Count Strahd, the vampire. Outside the castle, you know that the sun is high in the sky. Now you have to find your way out of here before the sun sets and Strahd returns to finish whatever foul plot he began last night. So, before starting this, I just randomly picked the character, and I got the Dwarf Cleric, Thorgrim. I don't plan on going through the entire set of rules. I'll just explain it as I go along. What I am doing is starting with 8 health, because that's how much health he has. 2 healing surges. These will revive me when I die. Once I die and I don't have a healing surge, the game's over. In the adventure book, it gave generic cards to pick when you play for the first time, so I just used those. I haven't played this game in months, so I just went with that. The object of this mission is to escape. So I start on Strahd's crypt tile, assuming I just kind of woke up there. And I need to get to the, what is it called? The secret stairway dungeon tile. So somewhere in the stack of dungeon tiles is the secret stairway. And if I begin my turn on that tile, then I win the mission, or the adventure. So, I will begin. The first thing that before I begin, I'm supposed to draw a treasure card until I get an item, and that's what I start with, and that's how you play the game. Wow, that's a lot of non-item cards. The rest get discarded. I got Lucky Charm. Use this item after any die roll, re-roll the die. Alright, my powers are Shield of Faith, Healing Word, Healing Strike, Lance of Faith, and Beacon of Hope. So, the sequence of play begins with the hero phase, so during that I can move then attack then move, or just move. Make 2 moves. Okay. So, no monsters to attack, it's the very beginning. I will just move away from the scary coffin and in the hero phase there. The next phase is the exploration phase, so if your hero is adjacent to an edge that is unexplored, so unexplored means there's no tile there, I will draw a dungeon tile and attach it. So I did that. The triangles have significance. If it's white, it's nothing happens besides the monster spawning on it. If it's a black triangle, then as well as the monster spawning, I would draw an encounter card, and these can get pretty nasty. However, in this adventure, I will bring this closer, we are trying to make our escape before Strahd wakes up and kills us. So this time track tracks the sun. It's morning when we begin, and at the end it's sunset. The track will move 1 every time a tile with a white triangle is drawn. So since it was drawn, the track now moves closer. So it's kind of bad either way now, because if we get white, the track moves. If we don't, the black one means we get an encounter card. So I Drew the tile. The next thing I do is draw a monster card. The monster is a zombie, so I will grab the zombie and place him on the little skull spawning point. Alright, so the exploration phase is done, so now the villain phase. In this, if we had any villains, they would activate first. Since there's no villains, it goes to the monsters. There's only one monster. So the zombie, he says, the zombie is within 1 tile of a hero. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks the hero with a rotting fist. So, rawr, I'm going to hit you with a rotting fist. And that's how he talks. He's an intelligent zombie. So, the way attacking works is, his attack on the card says attack +5, and then it lists how much damage it does. So, I will roll a d20. Or whatever the result is, I add 5 to it, and if that is equal to or higher than my armor, then it does the damage to me. So I will roll, and look at that, a 17, off to a bad start. So he hits me because 17 and 5 is 22. My armor is a 16, so it hits me for 1 damage for each monster on the zombie's tile. So luckily it's just 1 damage. Alright, so that's the end of the villain phase, and we will now go back to the hero phase. Alright, so we're back to the hero phase. So the monsters, or the zombies right next to me, so I think I'm just going to attack and then move. So, I'm going to use Healing Strike. So the zombie only has 1 HP, and both of my attacks do 1 damage, whichever I choose. One of them says if the monster is undead, I deal 1 extra damage, but that doesn't really matter since he has 1 HP, and the modifier on that is a +6, while the Healing Strike is a +8, and it would also heal me 1 damage. So I'm going to use Healing Strike on it. It attacks 1 adjacent monster, so I'll roll. I got an 8. 8 + 8 is 16. The zombie is in 11 armor, so it dies. So the zombie dies. When a monster dies, there's experience, so now I have 1 experience to use for leveling up if that ever happens. When I kill a monster, I can draw a treasure card. Fortune Eagle Eyes. Play it immediately. Place 1 tile from the top of the dungeon tile stack adjacent to any unexplored edge. Place any new monsters on that tile as normal, but do not draw an encounter card. So that's actually really helpful because we kind of want to get through the dungeon tiles, because after, I believe the 11th tile is the staircase. That's how they had us set it up. So I'm going to place this tile over here, and I'm supposed to spawn a monster normally. So, ooh, it's a blazing skeleton. I remember these things were a pain in the butt. So he's going to do his little fireball at me at some point. Alright. So I killed it. Killed the monster. And now I can move. So I'm going to try to just move 1 and get out of his view because he's a pain in the butt. Alright, so now we move on to the exploration phase. I will draw a dungeon tile. It is a black triangle. So that means an encounter happens, but the sundial does not move, which is good. So first we spawn the monster. It's a ghoul, so I'm not sure if you guys can see well, but the monsters, they activate in the order that I've drawn them, so I'm keeping them in that order. The ghoul I will place over here. It looks like he got shot in the arm and is clutching it. And I will draw the encounter card after the monster spawns. It's an event. Neglected passage. Did you look down that hall? If a start tile is not in play, discard this card. So there is no start tile, so it gets discarded, but then it says draw a new encounter card, so I draw a new one. Event attack, green slime. A hideous blob of green slime falls from the ceiling. attack each hero on the active hero's tile. It's a +6 and a damage of 2, a successful 1 if it misses. If it's hit by the attack, I discard one treasure card at random. Alright, so I will roll. It is a 1, so a 1 + 6 is a 7, and that's not going to hit my 16, so that's wonderful. So that doesn't happen. Now the monsters will activate during their phase. So the first one to activate is Blazing Skeleton. He's not within 1 tile, so we move to the next one. Otherwise, he moves 1 tile toward the closest hero. So he's going to go, Kame, and it builds up. Then the ghoul will do his thing. If the ghoul is adjacent, no he's not. If the ghoul is within 1 tile of a hero, it is. It moves adjacent to the closest hero, and it attacks with a Paralyzing Claw. So, Paralyzing Claw is a +7 modifier. It does 1 damage and immobilize. So, what is that, a 12? Yeah. It was a 12, plus the 7 is 19. That's pretty bad. I don't want to waste my Lucky Charm on it, so I will just take the... Do I want to take the 1 and immobilized? Ooh, that's a tough one. What I think I'm going to do is use my utility power that says use when you or a hero on your tile is hit by an attack. The attack misses. You and each hero within 1 tile gains +1 bonus armor until the end of the next hero phase. So that gets flipped face down. The attack misses. And that was it for their turn, I believe. So my armor is in 18 right now. Alright, so back to my phase. I am first. So my Lance of Faith would do 2 damage if successful to an undead, and Blazing Skeleton is undead. He has 2 health. He's a pain. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, and end up here. And I will do my Lance of Faith. So roll. It was an 8. An 8 + 6 is 14. Its armor is a 13, so barely made it. And it deals +1 damage with that attack, so it does 2 damage to him to kill him. So his card will move over here. And I get a treasure. Glyph of Warding. Use this item during your hero phase instead of attacking. Place a Glyph of Warding marker on your tile. First monster that moves to that tile takes 1 damage. Ooh, that's nice. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so I attacked. Got the treasure, so that's it. It is now exploring. So, dungeon tile. Uh-oh. It is a white triangle, so that moves closer. The sun is setting. The monster to spawn is a rat swarm. And these little guys are just little circle rats. Circle rats. Alright. So now the villains will activate, or the monsters activate, so the ghoul is going to, he's within 1 tile, so he's going to do another Paralyzing Claw, so he'll come adjacent to me and attack. 15. I guess I'm just going to have to take this one. So I take 1 damage and I become immobilized. So I'll put the immobilized thing there to try to remember. Then the rats, they are within 1 tile. They will move to the closest hero's tile and attacks each hero on the tile with a multitude of bites. So we'll move him there, and it will attack. 14 + 7 is 21. That is going to hurt me. Alright, and back to the start of my phase. Alright, so I am immobilized. I can't move. So I am going to attack something. The ghoul has a lot more armor, so I think I might want to try to get rid of him first, because he's doing a lot of stuff to me. So I'm going to use my healing strike to try to heal. I got a 5. 5 and 8 is 13, not enough, so I'm going to use my lucky charm to re-roll that, and hope I don't... ooh, I got a 16. So 16 and 8 is 24, it will kill him. His card goes over here. I heal 1 HP, and I get a treasure card. Play this immediately. Your hero regains 1 hit point. I'm not complaining about. So I can't move, so the end of the hero phase happens, and that's when Immobilize goes away. I did not explore a tile, so I get an encounter card. And this is an environment, crippling miasma. A horrible stench of decay fills the air. Each hero's speed is reduced by 1. Slowed heroes are not affected. So the rats are going to attack. They are within 1 of me, so they're going to attack. 19 and 7, not blocking that, so I take a damage. Alright, the hero phase. What am I going to do? First thing is going to be attack with my healing strike, because I hate the stupid rats. I got a 6. 6 plus 8 is 14, so 14 is enough to kill it. Them, I guess. So I get a treasure. The rat swarm goes there. Experience pile, and I heal in HP because it was healing strike. Play this immediately. You gain +4 bonus to rolls to disable traps while this item is in play. Oh, nice. So if a trap ever comes up, we'll see. Alright, so I can only move 4 because of my -1. Normally I could move 5, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see what's behind that wall. Oh boy. Not good. It's just the workshop. It's a white arrow, so the sun goes closer to setting. Spawn the monster. It's going to be a ghoul. Comes back for a vengeance. I think, let's see, now it's his turn to attack. So he's not adjacent. If he's within 1, he will come close to me, and he will Paralyzing Claw. I guess I put him there since he's closer there. Paralyzing Claw is +7. So 15 and 7 is enough to hit me for 1, and I'm immobilized. Again, always staying immobilized. Alright. Yeah, so a quick explanation. Mickey's not here. He lives about an hour away, so it's not always easy to get together to film these, even though it is Mickey and Jeb's Booze and Boards and Booze. I just figured, hey, I have a single-player game. I can play it and record it and drink booze to it. So this is just kind of like a little side video quest until we get back together and play some more games. So enjoy this in the meantime. Let's see, so he attacked me, so... That's a good question. Did I roll? Yeah, I'm immobilized, so it's my turn. Yeah, okay. Started explaining when the turn began, I think. Pretty sure. Alright, so, immobilized. I can't do anything. I'm going to healing strike him, because I need the modifier to be high. 7. 7 and 8 is 15, which is not enough. That hurts. He's a 16. Can I do anything? I don't think I can do anything, so I'm stuck. So that's going to go away. And an encounter will be played. Cowardly Flight. A monster flees from you to seek help. If there are no monsters in play, discard this. Draw a tile from the bottom of the dungeon tile stack and place it adjacent to the unexplored edge that is closest to the active hero. Place the monster closest to the active hero on that tile and place a new monster on that tile. I kind of want to do that because the ghoul is going to do 3 damage if he hits on his next attack. So the tile closest, or the edge closest is there. He gets moved over, and then we spawn a rat swarm on that tile. And I don't draw an encounter card. That's what the card says. So, that was the encounter happening, so now the monsters activate. He's going to come over here and attack me with his stupid claw, which misses because it's a 9. That's looking up for me. The rats are going to come and attack. That's a 14 and 7 is 21. That's going to hit, so I lose I lose some HP. Let's see. I am going to. I should probably attack the ghoul, but the ghoul is. See, he's going to come at me first, so. Place marker on your tile. First monster that moves. So I have 5 movement. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And rather than attacking, I'm going to use my Glyph of Warding. Place the Glyph of Warding token. I am going to use that right now and discard the card. So the ghoul will be the first. Oh, that shouldn't be there yet. I had some camera issues. Alright, so use the Glyph of Warding. I can't. Actually, I could attack. I would say I could because I can. It's within a tile and there's nothing blocking. So I can use the Lance of Faith on the rats. I'd have to look up the rules on line of sight, but there is a black wall right there, so I don't think I could see him. So 14. Oh, wait a second. Can't do that. Once I use the glyph, I can't attack. So that is all just testing you guys. So I don't attack. I'm wanting to explore. And here is a black tile. Black arrow tile, black triangle tile, whichever. So with that, I draw a monster card, and oh, hey, it's the one that I drew when the camera wasn't on. So it's a skeleton. So the skeleton gets spawned over here. And since it's a black arrow, we get the encounter card. It is Frenzy. Each monster you control activates twice during your villain phase. That's not good. So, luckily I have the glyph there to kill the ghoul because he activates first. He's going to come over here. When he does, it says first monster that moves onto this tile takes a damage, then remove the marker. So the glyph is gone. So is the ghoul. The treasure. Let me check this really quick. Counter the treasure card. Defeating a monster. Yep, so I get to draw one. It just says on 1 per turn, and I haven't drawn one this turn. So it is play this fortune immediately, place the card face up on top of either the encounter deck or the monster deck. The next time a card would be drawn from the chosen, discard this card instead. I'm putting it on the monster deck because it's my problem right now. So, Rat Swarm, he's going to activate twice. He comes adjacent to me and he's going to attack. 18, that hits me for 1. He's going to attack again. 17 plus the modifier is going to hit me for 1. Alright, the skeleton, undead. Not adjacent. If the skeleton is within a tile, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a charging slice. That's not good because the charging slice is the stronger of the two. So I am going to roll for him. 7 plus 9 is 16, and that's enough to hit me for 2. So that's unfortunate. Roll again. 18, that is going to kill me. I don't think I can do anything about it, because the one that is reactionary is flipped over, so I die. So when you die, you lay down lay on your side, and now it is the end of the villain phase. I'm going to go refill my drink.